Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am glad to have you here. For those of you who are new, my name is Maryam and I am an 18 years old girl who loves to create things. I am so excited to be joining Altenew's very first video hop. Today we're celebrating the July 2020 stamp, die, stencil, and ink release. There are tons of inspiration with a bunch of super talented designers in this video hop, so make sure to check out each one of these stops. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to create 2 cards featuring some of the new stamp sets. But first, let's take a quick look at some of the products I got. First up, we have Fragile Foliage stamp set. Then the super adorable Alten Writing By. Next, we have Courageous You stamp set with a huge floral image in the center with lots of sentiments. And next up is this gorgeous layer stamp set that it is called Nature Blossoms, which happens to be one of my absolute favorites from this release. If you want to see the rest of the products from this release, please check out the link I put in the description box below. Okay, so in addition to these gorgeous stamp sets we've just seen, Altenew is also releasing a new product category which I'm really excited about. And this is the new line of mixed media inks. You probably already heard about the mixed media inks since they were introduced at Creativation 2020 for the first time, but they are now finally available for everyone. So even though I'm not going to be using these inks today, I wanted to share them with you because they are amazing. So these are water-based pigment inks. They are a completely different formulation than the previous dye inks, but they do come in 8 existing colors from the Altenew color family. They are incredibly versatile and can be used in lots of porous surfaces such as paper, fabric, wood, and more. Also, once heat set with a heat gun or iron, they become permanent. Alright, now let's move on to our first project. For my first card, I'm going to be using Nature Blossoms stamp set, and I'm going to start by stamping one of the floral images. Since this is a layered stamp set, I'm going to be using my stamp positioning tool to align all the layers in place. However, you don't necessarily need to have this tool. You can also use an acrylic block, and I'll share how to do that later in the video. Since the first layer is the outline of the flower, I'm going to stamp it in black, just like the example from the trifle, with my Obsidian pigment ink. Then for the following layers, I'll use 3 of the colors from the Rose Petal Mini Ink Cube set, Rose Quartz, Puffy Heart, and Cosmic Berry, from lighter to darker. Then for the centerpieces, I'm going to use Butternut, Pumpkin Pie, and Yellow Ochre, all from the Fall Harvest ink set. Okay, now we're going to move on to the leaves. For these, I'll be using Bamboo, Parrot, and Moss from the Tropical Forest Mini Ink Cube set. And also the Obsidian ink, again, for the outline image. So this time, I'm using an acrylic block instead. And as you can see, it is really easy to align all the layers in place. You just need to take your time, figure out the correct position of the stamp, and then apply some pressure with your fingers. Off camera, I fussy cut the images we stamped earlier, as well as some extra ones I did, with the help of my fine tip scissors. I also heat embossed my sentiment onto black cardstock with pure white embossing powder. The sentiment says "You are great," and it is part of the Courageous You stamp set. Now it is time to assemble our card. I'm going to start by creating a simple floral cluster with the images we stamped. And then I'll add some foam adhesive on the back, so once I add it to my card frame, it'll have some dimension. Then after the cluster is adhered in place, I'll add the sentiment with some foam adhesive as well. Following this, I'll add the front panel onto an A2 size note card, and that is it. Now let's move on to our second card. For this card, I'm going to be using the Alten Writing by stamp set, and I'm going to start by stamping these adorable ears. To put together our cute character, I started by stamping the first layer of the body with dark chocolate ink. Because this is a big solid image, I decided to stamp it twice just to make sure I didn't have any weird white spots throughout the image. Next, for the little shirt, I used Puffy Heart and Rose Quartz. And for the little bow tie, I decided to go with Pumpkin Pie. There are more accessories available to stamp, like this cute little cap or those hearts. But I decided to keep it simple this time and only stamp the essential parts. For the detail layer of the body, I used my Obsidian pigment ink, and then I'll use it again to stamp the bike. Now, as you can see, the play pattern in this shirt is not very clear right now, so what I'm going to do is, with the help of my Jelly Roll white pen from Sakura, this is number 08 by the way, I'm going to go over all the white lines of the shirt and make the played pattern visible again. If you don't have a white pen, you could try to draw some lines in different colors and maybe create your own pattern, which would be really fun as well. Alright, now for this card, I wanted to create a scene in which our cute Alten friend could ride a bike in the forest. So what I did first was to add some sea glass ink with my ink blending tool to my front panel to simulate the sky. Then I grabbed the Fragile Foliage stamp set and stamped these baby's breath flowers as trees. For this, I used the Forest Glade ink, and you'll see that I ended up stamping 4 trees in the end. Okay, now that we have all the elements we need for our card ready, it is time to put everything together. To adhere our Alten friend, I'm using some foam squares, and then for our sentiment, which by the way is from the same stamp set, I'll use a mix of foam squares and liquid adhesive. Next, just like I did in the previous card, I'll add the front panel to an A2 size note card with craft foam. Okay, so here are both cards finished. As you can see, I have added some sequins and enamel dots just to embellish them a little bit, and I think they look really cute. I especially love this one with the little Alten bear. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Alright, that is it for today, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video and also inspire you to create something new. A link to the next stop in the hub will be in the description box below. Also, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that little bell so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!